Yep. Cool. Hey, I just have to quickly run to the bathroom. Tomislav, I have my tablet ready to draw it out for you in a second, huh?
And yeah, you need to go to the bathroom after 3 weeks. Come on. You
But
could
hey,
do it earlier.
won't take long.
That's funny.
I never know with you,
Yeah.
Time was also, it won't last long and you'll be missing for 2.5 weeks.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he goes to the restroom. You'll see him again after camp, like New Year's. Hey, Tomislav.
You should tell me, David unfortunately is not here so that I can be disappointment. And then he comes, like a god.
That's funny. Oh, damn. Shit. Yeah, so okay. Welcome everybody. Q&A Sunday evening. I'm starting to enjoy these. Obviously because Tomislav is here, but everybody else is very welcome too. Hey, Liza, how are you doing? The swimmers call was an hour ago, by the way, just FYI. Cool. So yeah, if you guys have any questions like right now that I can answer, then go ahead and ask them. Since we're waiting on David anyways. Yeah. Does anybody have anything?
What do you think about training legs with a kickboard? Because I'm kind of skeptical about it, and a lot of other swimmers aren't doing it, basically.
Are doing what? Timing?
Training legs with a kickboard.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yes, I actually tried it today with a snorkel with my hands in front, and I could just put a lot more power into it, and it's just a more realistic position to swim in.
With the kickboard?
No, with the snorkel.
Ah, yeah. So aren't you freestyle butterflyer, right?
Yes, mostly freestyle. Butterfly, I need to do some work on it.
So for you, most likely the best way to actually train kick is, yeah, snorkel is not bad, right? So you're streamlining snorkel, right?
Almost streamline. It's like a shoulder width, my hands.
Then no, rather do freestyle, right? If you're doing snorkel, streamline. If you're doing snorkel, do streamline, okay?
Okay.
But probably the best way for you to train it is going to be kick on back.
Kick on back?
So basically you're on your back.
Okay.
Streamlining.
That's surprising, okay.
Drag socks.
Yeah, drag socks.
Oof.
I ordered them, but I don't know, they just don't come. They just decided to not send them. I even found a place when they're like headed in stock, but it's just not coming.
Aren't you coming to camp?
Yes, I'm coming to the one in summer in Tenerife.
Yeah, I'll have some for you, don't worry.
Maybe the socks will arrive.
Until then.
I hope.
Fingers crossed, dude.
But this is something for Kieran or Poppy, and then Kira as well. So Dylan, you heard it on the other. Then the other guys are going to see it on camp. But the drag socks, check the post that we have in the school about the drag socks, where there's a video. It's like a 9-minute video, I think, that Chloe found that explains what they do. And then also on the Swimpros news that we started doing this week, it's just 30 minutes. After like 5 minutes or so, we started discussing drag socks because Yul was just, again, testing them out with a couple swimmers in person last weekend or so.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah, and the results are like off the charts, right? So, yeah, because I know, Kira, you're training with... you're doing it with Maria, right? These technical things. So that's something, because Oleg, in Oleg's group, they use it. And I don't think anybody else uses it. Kira got sick, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Kira.
She couldn't do the...
Yes, and by the way, today at the 50-meter race, she was losing her goggles as well from the start jump.
Okay.
But still, it was a PB without glasses.
I was gonna say, first time I swam under the minute in the fly, I lost my goggles. They were like here.
So
Right.
Peter doesn't need goggles.
No.
You feeling better, Kira?
Yes.
Okay, good. Make sure you recover well, right? After lots of sleep and stuff. Okay. Does anybody before, so I owe Tomislav a framework about confidence, which is one of my favorite things to teach. One, like, it probably takes like 20 or 30 minutes or so, depending on how in detail I want to go. But does anybody have like a pressing, urgent question? No? Okay, so then let me kind of teach that framework. So you see, do we all agree that if we had more confidence in our lives, then whatever we set out to do, we would probably do that thing better? Does anybody not agree with that?
I agree, but just to ask you, is this how presentation, what you are going to set, this is the desired time and this is where you are, and not measure the gap of the distance but of the progress?
Nah,
No, okay.
no, that's a gap and gain. That's the other one that I love. But they go together. They go together. But like the thing is, when I speak to swimmers, they come to me, or even the parents come to me or us, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I think my kid has a confidence problem." And I was like, "Okay, has anybody ever taught the kid how to actually build confidence?" Right? And I think that's a very good question, because certainly nobody taught me when I was growing up. But given the fact that more confidence is literally good for anything that we do, it would be kind of useful to know how confidence is actually built, right? And the cool thing about that framework is that, and I didn't invent it, right? Just want to say again, like most of all the things that I'm teaching, I didn't invent them. They're smarter people than me, or they've been here for longer, have more experience and all that. But I'm learning them and was like, holy shit, this is so good and so empowering. And so the cool thing about this is it's called the 4 C's, because it's only 4 words. They all start with a C, and it is a system how you can build confidence on autopilot. Do you know what that means, on autopilot? That means it's like, imagine a fisher boat. That's like a fisher boat with a net behind, right? Everything else being equal, if there's no hole in the net, the longer that fishing boat will go, the more fish will be in it. And so once you know that concept, that I'll show you in a second, then in whatever you do in your life, you will have that net behind you. You run, swim, walk through life, and you will collect confidence in everything that you do. You can do it in school, you can do it with friends, you can do it in swimming, and it will build your confidence and it will be useful for anything. Again, it's like you build it in swimming, but it'll be useful in school and vice versa. Okay? That's a cool thing. All right, so let me share the screen here. Actually, the whiteboard. Okay, so can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, I gotta lock it here. Wait. Now. Locked. Okay, so the 4, make this bigger. The 4 C's. And I recommend you write this down. Okay, write this down on your own. So the first thing, okay, I'm gonna make you guess a little bit. Oh, somebody's just drawing all over it. Okay, wait, this is on me. I just gotta like figure out how am I gonna not let everybody draw on it. Okay, well, we're gonna do a new one. Where did I have this option before to like not let everybody hear? Collaborator cursor, no. Meeting participants can edit, no. Okay. Okay, and write this down, okay, for you. The 4 C's. Okay, whenever we set out to do something in our lives that we have never done before, okay? That could be a new season with new goals. It could be to become a dad. It could be like making more money, like whatever, okay? We're going to do something that we've never done before. What's the first step that we do? We make a decision this is what I'm going to do. What do we call that? Starts with a C. Just yell it out if you know it. The very first step.
Change.
A change? Okay, I like that. There's another word for it. I'm looking for a different word. Not wrong at all. It's just you say you're going to do this thing. You make a...
Challenge.
I like it. There's another word.
Command. No.
You make a commitment.
Commitment, correct.
Right? So the first C is 1. You make a... I never know if it's 1 or 2T, but I think it's 2. I don't know why this is not turning up, but you guys get you guys can see it, right? No,
You have a beautiful
no, it's
writing, you know,
I
like my
I know
daughter
it's
in the
terrible,
kindergarten.
but it's not that terrible. It's just it's something like with the connection doesn't work so well. We make a commitment. Now, is it hard or easy to make commitments?
At the start, it's easier, probably.
Right? So making the commitment, I'm not talking about following through. I'm just talking about making the commitment is super easy. You know, I could make like, let me, here, I'll make a comeback for LA 2028. Done. How difficult was that? Right? So there is nothing special about making a commitment, and people do it all the time. They say they're going to do this, they're going to stop watching TV, they're going to go to the gym, they're going to do underwater kicks, and right, everybody does it all the time. So nothing special about making commitments at all. You're with me so far?
Like a New Year's promises.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay. People make them all the time. There's nothing special about it. But now, okay, we make a commitment to do something new, to do something that we've actually never done in our lives before. So what that means is that because we don't know how to do the thing, it could be very scary. We could fail. We could fail terribly. We could get embarrassed, right? There's all these things that could happen because we don't actually know how to do the thing. So what do we need in that moment to do it anyway?
Courage. Courage. Obviously.
Good. How did you know that?
Don't know it.
Courage. Most people, they struggle with this. And you see, it's not confidence. Confidence is going to be the fourth one, because confident you can only be about the things that you have done in your life. And that's why they say you can only be confident about things looking backwards. Okay. But when you commit to doing something new and you don't know how to do the thing and it's scary, it could go wrong. It could go terribly wrong. You could fail. You could be embarrassed and you do it anyway. The thing that you need is courage. Okay. And like a good example of that is many years ago, I made a commitment to go and skydive. And I made a second commitment when I actually like drove out there and I paid for it. And I got in the airplane, and all of a sudden, you know, we start going up, and my thoughts started to go so wild. Like all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, my parents don't know where I am. I didn't say like I could die here. I didn't say anything to anybody. This like, and it was 30 minutes up, but it felt like 3 hours, and my thoughts were going wild, wild, wild. And then all of a sudden, like the engine starts to quiet down a little bit. It wasn't so loud anymore. And I was like, oh shit, we've reached altitude, right? And then like a couple seconds later, you hear them like talk something, and all of a sudden the door opens. And I'm like, shit, I've never been in an airplane with a door open, right? And then you like start to like scooch over and look down, and it's like, oh my God. And I was freaking out. Right. And the guy, he let me like go, but we went together, but I could kind of initiate the movement. He didn't push me. I was like, okay, let's do this, right? That's courage. And then you go. Okay. Courage. I wasn't confident we're going to make it. I wasn't like, no, I've never done it. Courage. Okay. And that's why we're going to come back to this because it's so important. But most people, they think that, oh, once I am confident, then I can like kind of lean back, everything is going to work out and so on, right? But what they don't understand is in order to become confident, you first have to have courage. And that's why instead of when I work with the swimmers, instead of them wanting to be confident, I tell them you want to start to talk about yourself and see yourself as a courageous young man or woman, because courage is going to be your best new friend from now on, because without courage, there is not going to be any confidence. And when I did this, as much as I love the lion, I didn't know that yet. And I wrote confidence. I got to redo it. And the word 100% I'm going to write on there is courage. But I didn't know. I was young. Took me like half a day to figure out how to color the eyes yellow and all that, and then how to like print it. And anyway, right? It's courage. We want to start to identify as a courageous young person or old person or like whatever, right? Middle-aged person. Courage is the name of the game. Okay. So now we make a commitment to do something new that we never done before. And then we show courage to actually do the thing, even though it might be scary, it might not work out and all that, and we do it anyway. And then after, sometimes it's one time, sometimes it's 3 times, sometimes it's 10 times. It depends on what kind of commitment it is, but we do it over and over again, and we will come out on the other side. And then when we do something over and over and over again, what do we develop? We develop a new what? Say it even if it doesn't start with a C. This is a hard one. If you do something over and over again, you develop what? A new what?
Habit.
Habit?
Skill.
Who said skill?
Skill, yeah.
Good. Okay, what we're going to use here is capability.
Oh.
You are now... Why are you laughing?
You're writing.
Yeah, dude, I have to go super slow, otherwise it doesn't like take it. I have to figure out. Okay, so now we do it over and over again. Now we have developed a new capability to do the thing that we committed to doing. And now, looking backwards, we can say, now I am confident. Now I have the confidence. I feel like a first grader. Now we have the confidence to do the thing that we committed to. But now, let's see how well you understand this. And you see there's one arrow from commitment to courage, then courage to capability, and then capability to confidence. So what are you going to do with that new built confidence?
Find another commitment.
Dude, he's aware. So you're going to make a new commitment. What kind of a commitment?
A courageous one, though.
You're going to make a bigger commitment.
Bigger.
Right? So a bigger commitment. So if I had to put that in the swimming world, like, okay, I'm going to say I want to break a minute in 100 free. My PB is a 104. Okay. And I show courage in training, in my choices that I make and stuff. By the way, courage doesn't always have to be like jumping out of airplanes kind of courage. It's also to change your habits, to do things differently, try new things, try drag socks, right? Like this changing the way you do things. Okay. Which is incredibly hard for most people. We're going to come back to that in a second. And so you do the thing, you come out on the other side, and now I swim like a minute, then a 59.9, a 59.5, a 59.7. I do it a couple times, and I know now I have a new capability because I have the proof that I can do 100 freestyle under a minute. And now I'm confident that I can swim a 100 freestyle under 1 minute. And now I'm going to use that confidence to make a new commitment, which is I'm going to swim under 58. So when does that circle ever stop?
Never.
Never. That's right. The only time when it stops is when you say, hey, I'm done growing. I don't want to learn anymore. I'm done. And all of you are way, way, way too young, all of us, way too young to call it quits. If you're like 90, 100 years old and you're like, okay, I've seen everything in life and there's nothing else for me to do, all right, then you're done with that. Other than that, this will be always with you. Okay, and now, so here's the important part now. When you're confident that you can do, so say like you've broken the minute 3 times, right? You're now confident you can go under a minute in 100 freestyle. Are you now, if your goal continues to be to just be under a minute, are you inside or outside of your comfort zone?
Inside.
Inside. Are you growing inside your comfort zone?
No.
No.
No. But the whole point is to grow in life, right? So when we're confident, that's what I'm saying. Like, there is not, oh, once I'm confident, then I got everything figured out. Then you enjoy it for a day, maybe for a week, right? Maybe I don't have like any data on that. 1 to 5% of your time you're going to spend here. And then you're going to make a new commitment. And then guess what? You're going to spend 95 to 99% of your time in the courage zone where you're outside of your comfort zone, where you're learning, but you're right there with courage all the time. And that's why I want everybody, including myself, to identify as a courageous person. And I thought about this. So Tomislav, this is for you, right? Because why I like this so much, I think about my daughter a lot and what are the things that I can do for her, how I can like nurture certain things. And I'm like, if I had to pick one character trait other than like kindness and all that, but like one of those like go-getter things, it would 100% be courage. Because if I can help her develop courage and nurture that, there's nothing in this world that she cannot do. Because all she has to do is commit to it, want it, and then she will, with the courage, she will get to the other side, build a new capability, then be confident about that thing, and then she can go through these cycles over and over and over again at a light speed. And that's how you start to grow fast. And that's where I don't look at somebody is confident or not confident. I look at confidence as a capability. We're going to do the same thing with ambition next year.
Confidence comes with the practice. Confidence, it's a process. To become confident, it's a process. If you want to do the exam of maths for A, you need to solve millions of problems. And then you are confident that you are going to perform on your math test good, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. Right? But no understanding how this actually works. Well, because like every one of you has been through many of these cycles in the past. Otherwise, you wouldn't be where you are. And I know some of you, like Manuel in life and stuff, right? You very successful and stuff. So you have been through these cycles many, many times. But like now that you're aware, like for the kids, it's just so important to understand so they know where they are. And it's scary because like, look, what happens is we make the commitment, right? And people are really good. There's nothing special about that. Everybody can do it. But then the thing becomes hard or difficult or scary, right? And then what happens is the emotion that people experience is what? What's the emotion that drives them away from the challenge or whatever that thing is? What's the emotion?
Scariness.
What is it?
Scariness, being scared.
So it's fear-based. Fear-based.
Fear, yeah.
Right? So the fear drives them away from the thing and just I think it's interesting. And then mentally, what it is, it's doubt, right? It's fear-based in the emotion, and logically, it's doubt. Okay, I'll put this here too. Fear and doubt. Okay, so then, what's the opposite of fear and doubt?
Courageous.
Yeah, There's something that works better for this one. So courage is the
Fearless,
thing
I
you
don't
gotta
know.
show. Say it again. Yeah, it's a good one. Did she say that or did you
I
say it?
don't know what she said.
Karina,
Confidence.
say it again.
Confidence.
It's not confidence because that comes later. Remember, you need it in the beginning. You need it like
Discipline.
discipline. Yeah, it's also it's not bad. It's like when people, what's the opposite of doubt? What certainty? There's a really good one. It's used religiously, but I'm not using it religiously here. When you believe that things are going to work out.
Faith.
Faith. Okay. You could say believe, you could say, but I really like faith. And I don't mean the religious. It could be. Okay.
We believe in Poseidon.
Yeah.
I believe in black Poseidon.
So, but faith. But now, what do you need to have faith in? Faith in what?
Yourself.
Yourself.
Wrong. Because then it might like break. Because what if you don't believe in yourself? What if you don't have faith in yourself? It's not going to work, is it? So what do you have to believe in? Or faith?
The thing you're doing or trying to do.
You have faith in this. It's called a principle. What a principle is, a principle, it's almost like, it's kind of like a law, right? So gravity is a physical law that I think is true. I mean, it's a law as far as I'm aware. Whether I believe in it or not, doesn't matter. Somebody's joining here. Wait, give me a second. Okay. If you can, I don't think I gave you. Okay, so that pen, whether I believe in gravity or not, when I let it go, it'll go. Right? Like babies, for example, this is a bit dark, but it's a good example. Like, obviously, babies fall on their asses all the time and they learn, okay, there's this thing called gravity. They can't give it a name, but they figure out there's something that's pulling me back. But what happens with a baby, if you have them at the cliff and it goes down 100 meters and you just let them crawl there, right? Like whether baby believes in it, knows it or not, like it doesn't matter. If it goes, it will die. And this principle does not, excuse my swearing, doesn't give a shit whether you're male or female, young, old, Chinese, black, white, if you're confident or not, if you're a swimmer, a basketball player, like it doesn't care. It just is, which makes it very, very fair because it's true for everybody. And so all you have to have is faith in this principle. And so you can take yourself out of the equation, which makes it even better. Right? With time, when you like go through this over and over and over again, and you're aware where you are, and you're like, oh, you get confirmation. Yeah, of course. Right. I got it. I know it. Then you can have faith in yourself. But until then, all you got to do is have faith in this principle, which makes it super cool because it's not dependent on you at all. Does that make sense so far?
For sure.
Right? So it's courage. And here's how we actually use this in a real life situation. So obviously the most important and most interesting kind of part is not making the commitment. It's not when you're confident. It's not when you just realize you have a new capability. It is here because that is where most of the things happen. And so in everyday life, what's going to happen is we may have this commitment to do a certain thing. And then we're going to encounter an obstacle, a challenge, difficulty, a setback, whatever, right? And then there will be an emotion. And that emotion and the doubt, it will drive us away from the thing, and it will give us very good reasons on why it is acceptable or a good thing to actually move away from that thing. Okay, it's very tricky. And here's what you do. you will know, like when you're afraid of something or when you're doubting yourself or like things and stuff, are you aware of that? Yes or no? We're like laying in bed and can't sleep.
Of course, you are aware of it.
Cool. So then we're aware of that. And then what do? We do the opposite of what the fear is telling us to do. The fear is telling us to go away, take a step away from the challenge or whatever it is. And so we're going to do the opposite of whatever that is, and we lean into it every single time. And when you start doing that, that is how you nurture and develop courage. That's how you get out to the other side of the tunnel faster. You'll be confident. You notice, oh shit, it works. You make a bigger commitment and you start flying through it and you start developing a lot faster. A lot faster. Because again, most people, they say, I'm going to do this thing, and then it gets hard and they stop doing the thing, they don't do it. And it takes them years and years and years. And some people have to be forced into a situation. Like, I don't think this was really legal, but it happened in the bank when I was working. One of the big bosses told one of my colleagues that he's going to have to give a keynote speech. And that guy hated being in front of people. And he basically told him, I'm going to fire you if you don't do it. So he had to do it. Guess what his job is these days? He's a keynote speaker. All right. So, but that's that, we shouldn't use it in that way. But like, I'm just saying, if we let the fear run the show, it will take us weeks and months and years to move through these cycles. And as a result of that, we will develop a lot slower. And so now it's very simple. Every time you get scared, every time you doubt, you listen to what the doubt is saying and you do the exact opposite of what that thing is. Oh, it's telling me to slow down because I'm tired. Next gear, I'm going to go harder. It's that simple. That's the 4 C's.
Thank you. It was good.
Huh? Any question? Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, it was good. I like
You
it.
guys have any questions on this?
I think you left something out.
Tell me.
Now you can guess it. I can give you help. It's a man. He's black, bald.
Kobe.
Goggins.
Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant?
David Goggins.
David Goggins. Okay, he's good. Yeah.
I think that should be the first step of the 4 C's. Go read his book.
What's it called? I read it.
Can't Hurt Me.
Can't Hurt Me. That's right.
Yes, it's great.
It's a good book. That guy is crazy though, on a different level.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
You will
but
find
Kobe-
out how lazy you are when you read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also like whoever compares himself to David Goggins, I don't know, like that's probably not the best person to compare.
Don't compare yourself to him, but learn from him. Get
Because one thing is
inspiration.
for sure, Goggins is not an athlete.
Well, he's I don't know what, but he's definitely
super
something.
fit and everything, but it doesn't matter, other than maybe a military challenge where he could be good at, but any professional sport, he's for sure not going to be good.
Well,
Like he's too
yes,
slow to
probably.
run a marathon.
Yeah, but he's got the mindset, dude. He's got like
That's for
he's
sure.
finished, like,
I
millions
get
of
that.
miles.
But whatever he is doing, not sleeping, for instance, won't work in
No,
professional
no.
sports.
No, that's right.
Like, I was in the army too. I was in special forces. I didn't sleep for a week. We had to walk 350 kilometers. That works, but it's way different than going swimming twice a day, swimming, sprints and stuff. It's not the same thing. Like,
Yeah,
believe me, it's not.
Yes, you
Like,
need to give
you
a
know-
certain performance that you can't when you don't sleep and just do everything.
Yeah.
There's certain things you can do, other things you can't. Like
Yes,
peak
but
performance will never come when you are tired.
Yes, but he mainly does like ultra marathons, like
Yeah.
100 miles, 200 miles,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there he even wins. So he does
I'm not
the-
saying that it's not amazing what he's doing. Like I'm not saying, I'm saying he's fit, but it's not a professional athlete. It's different.
Yeah, that's true, but I just didn't want to.
Yeah, but Kobe Bryant is an excellent example, you know, because he was so determined that he wants to be one of the best, if not the best NBA player in the world. And he done all of the things which are mentioned here, you know, repeatedly, the day after day, and nobody in the league could touch him how good he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we love using Kobe.
Even though he also didn't sleep. Yeah, but
No,
yeah,
he slept.
yeah,
He slept. He just had a crazy rhythm, but he would go to bed super early.
yeah, had to.
Yeah.
Was it? The no, okay, if we're doing Kobe, let's close it with that because this is a really good like last remark, and I'll have you guess on this one a little bit because it's really fun. So I was in a seminar with a guy called Tim Grover. Tim Grover was the mental coach to Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and Dwayne Wade, and a couple others. And also in the early days with Michael Jordan, he would do some physical training with Michael Jordan, right? So I was in a seminar with him, and he asked us a question, and he said, okay, what do you think? Why were Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant like so much better than all the other great basketball players that the world had and knew? None of us knew the answer. So, like, floor is yours. What do you think? What made them so special? Why were they so much better?
They like the process of
They like the
getting
process.
better.
So, tell me more about that. You're on it.
Well, I don't know. You talked about it in a video or a podcast. I don't remember. But when I think about it, like from my perspective, like I really don't care that much about races. It's like I mean, it's all right, but I really love the training, the working out, the lifestyle, and I think that will get you the furthest in anything, basically in the sport you're doing. Because we won't be thinking about retirement. Oh, I have to do that. No, I rather rest now, or this stuff.
Okay, good. Any other guesses?
I think love of the game. They really love the game. You know, you cannot be good in something what you dislike. They adore the game, and you know, when you are in love with something, you are going to push yourself under any kind of limit to manage to do this.
Tell me what specifically about the game that they loved.
Being competitive. You know, to prove that they can do better than somebody else. I don't know the exact
competition.
word.
You guys are good. So like, okay, so here's what he said exactly. I think it's nuanced, but okay, so listen. And not, again, like it blew me away. Nobody knew. So here's what he said. He said all the great basketball players, they fall in love with holding the trophy at the end of the season. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, the thing that they loved the most was the process of getting better. And like, don't get me wrong, they loved winning, they hated losing, but the thing that they loved the most was every day getting better. And that gave them that love for the process of getting better, the betterment, that gave them the courage to try new things in training that has nobody's done, to be there early, to do the mental training that people didn't do at the time, to just try to take like shots in the game that nobody else would make, right? It gave them that curiosity. And then what we saw is them like having a totally different capability. And then what we really saw, them on TV taking all the buzzer shots and MVP and stuff, that's what we saw. But where it comes from is from their love of getting better. They loved the process of getting better. Right? And that's exactly where we're here. Most people, they say they want to get better, but they don't love the process of getting better because they don't show courage when they actually need to. And that's what we need to do. That's what the skill we must develop is to love the process of getting better, to not be afraid to make mistakes, to try and over, to do things differently that nobody's ever done, right? Bring drag socks into your team, even though nobody, you know what I mean? It's just like, it takes courage. But these are the things right? And then there's nothing stopping you from like coming over out here where the world looks at it and it's like, holy shit, how did you do that? Okay. But it comes, so be like Kobe, be like Michael, love the process of getting better. And the way you do it when things are hard, you lean into it instead of like backing away from it. You lean into it. Right. And just so you know, like, it's not like I have this figured out completely. My coach is always saying, David, if you just did like 30% of what you said you're going to do before it got hard, you'll be so much further ahead, right? This is true for everybody. So it's something to work on for everyone. But courage, and what I can recommend is that word courage, maybe in your own language, or maybe you want to say like courageous, maybe you have an animal that comes to your mind when you think of courage, whatever reminds you of courage, put that somewhere where you can see it. So you're reminded of it because you're going to need it like pretty much every day, multiple times. And that's how you like move through the tunnel fastest. Make sense? Courage. 4 C's, okay? Beautiful thing. Super simple. I didn't invent it. It's just like some people are so good at like putting together these frameworks and stuff. It's their gift, right?
Come on, you are good. You are gifted. I see this 4C. They are so beautiful.
We got the pros. We got the pros.
Oh yeah, we got our own, but cool. Any questions on that 4 C's? Was that useful?
Yeah, it was. You know, I'm coming to Tenerife in 22nd. So maybe, you know, the couple of days before training, we can see in real life how this really works out.
Well, you want to go box? We're coming on the 25th at midnight. So I will be at 26th.
So
you're going to celebrate.
we will wait you at the airport and tell you, hey, how are you guys? Here we are.
So you're going to celebrate in Tenerife, huh?
Yeah, the Christmas and New Year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But you've been there millions of times. This is not your first training camp there. So you know where the good spots, where to go, what to find, what to see, and all this stuff, you know.
We'll send them on an Odyssey through like
let us know.
Go there. The best spot is the pool, man.
Yeah, I understand, you know, but I'm bringing my daughter, my best of me, I'm bringing on the camp, you know, on the pool.
True. Cool. Does anybody else have any questions on this or anything else?
Did you share the thing on ambitions from the school community that you made the post?
Yeah, well, I gathered all what are people saying. I'm gonna like feed that back to you guys. We're gonna do that in the new year.
No, I'm not that patient.
I'm gonna do like a whole but like I mean I can like tell you it's with ambition, it's very similar to confidence. You see, often in life people think like, oh, I'm gonna run out of ambition. I gotta get things done now while I'm feeling motivated because I'm gonna run out. But like it serves us much more to think about ambition as something that grows, a capability that we can grow, and we can become more ambitious, right? And I think you see that with Leo Marchand. He doesn't get a world record and then he's like, oh, I'm out of ambition. He's like, he keeps going. Like, there's a really good, let me do this with Manuel. Can I borrow you for this? Like, look, there's a fun exercise. Manuel, tell me, at what age do you want to die? Ideally, how old do you want to be when you die?
110.
110. Okay. So now tell me, at 109, what is your physical condition? How's your body?
Super good.
Still good, yes, but for sure not in the best shape of my life, but I think in a proper condition.
Okay, proper condition. How about emotionally and mentally? How do you feel? What do you like? You know, how's your brain working and stuff?
I think I need to have a clear brain. This is important to me, yes.
Okay. So see, at 109, if you have a clear brain, good functioning body, how likely is it that you're going to die at 110?
Depending on the accident.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. But it's like not very likely.
Yes, I know.
Right? And so then that it's like they call that the lifetime extender exercise.
Yes.
And then, but it's the same with ambition. So we can become more and more and more ambitious. We're not going to run out of ambition. That's the whole point. And it's the same with confidence. Like it's a thing. It just like builds and builds and builds. But it's important to like understand, right? And also courage, by the way, is not like so many things. I used to be in a lot of sales trainings, and believe it or not, I've done some sales trainings. Is the thing that they say is the most important is how much. Now they say, do you believe in your product or in your service that you sell? But the question is not, do you believe in it or not? The question is, how much do you believe in it? It is not a 1 or a 0. It is anything in between. Right? And it's a huge difference. And with the courage, it's the same thing. It's not like, oh, Ollie is courageous and David is not. It's like, where are we on that scale? Right? And that we can always beat ourselves. And again, that's the process of getting better. Right? And with ambition, it's the same thing. We can become more ambitious. And that's a pretty cool thing because it starts to, the more ambitious you are, the better choices you usually make and stuff, if it's in a healthy way. So that's the reframe. And the other thing is, when everybody in the community clicks, I'm the most ambitious in my environment, I'm like, well, shit, you don't want to be the most ambitious in your environment. You want to be the least ambitious if your environment is important. And we know it is, right? So that we're going to just feed that back. I want to be the dumbest person in the room, not the smartest. Because otherwise I'm in the wrong room if I'm the smartest.
Yeah, because you want to learn. You want the process to become better.
You want people around you that make you, exactly, right? And so that's why I like the school as well, because people who are ambitious, who are encouraging and stuff, I like it because they come together and it does a lot in the background. Right? Instead of like, ooh, I'm tired. Ooh, how do you feel? Oh, yeah. It doesn't help. Okay. All right, but more on that next year. Anyway, we'll announce some upgrades and stuff. Everything will be coming.
That
Okay.
was a surprise.
All righty. Then if there's no questions, do you have anything you want to?
No.
No.
No,
Good.
he done it last time, You've been outside having fun in Egypt and whatever, and he was talking last time,
Yeah, he's saving his voice. Now, dude, my wife almost died in Egypt because my daughter and I had a great time, but my wife was like,
What happened?
she had so when you're pregnant,
I don't know.
No, but like the immune system goes down, and then she had a thing with her teeth, and she got headaches. She described it as worse than when she was given birth, and her birth was 3 days and 3 nights in a row. So yeah, and then she had to go to the hospital, dentist, 2-hour operation, go back. So she was basically dentist, hospital, back and forth all the time, and I was with my daughter, and so she was in a lot of pain.
Oh, so it was nightmare in one way, for her.
Yeah. It's the same thing that my dad, a month ago, he almost died. He was in the emergency room because he had that, and then he went down here. It like started to inflammate, and man. And then your dad had it earlier in the year.
Earlier this year, yeah. He was not about.
Yeah. So
what is the conclusion? Please take care of your teeth and watch it very, very carefully. That something not happened bad.
Yeah, or don't get pregnant. No, no, I mean, look, it's something that's been there probably for a year. It's not a cavity. It's like something underneath. And then if the immune system goes down anyway, then that thing apparently it happens anyway. Cool. All right. So we'll see each other next week. We have the last one. And then obviously we're going to have a break a little bit. Okay. But there will be another one next week, I think. Or did I cancel it?
No, I don't think so. No.
Maybe I would just do it the one with the swimmers.
Quick one, David. When is the check-in into the hotel? Due to the fact that we are arriving earlier on, at what date?
Check the Q&A.
But you can come 26. Yeah, we'll be there in the morning. Around noon. Come around noon.
Okay. Sounds good.
We got the practice very late that evening, so everybody can arrive and get changed, and we can do the orientation and stuff.
Okay.
Cool. And we can text also. We got
I
the
know.
chat, right? Okay.
Bye.
Hey, have a wonderful week, everybody. If we
You as
don't
well.
see each other,
Take
Merry
care.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all of you. Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Take care, guys.